Hey everybody, and welcome to the final edition of Condish Productions Sound Check Odyssey and Ozzy discography review series. Today we are talking about the final two Ozzy records. We're talking about Black Rain and we're talking about Scream. This has been, we've been enjoying doing this. Wade and I, we told you in previous episodes, we love Ozzy, big influence. And it's kind of cool, like, going through and really, like, delving into the records and, really, like, even the ones we don't particularly like, Osmosis. Like really going through them and really figuring out, like, what songs we liked, what we didn't like, what makes the album better, what makes it worse. And it's been a lot of fun.
What song should not have been on Osmosis?
All of them.
Well, no, I mean, like, Paramation could be on a different album.
Like I said in that episode.
We're not going to episode.
Like I said in that episode, if you took the few good songs there, you could have had a decent EP.
We're not talking about that anymore.
No.
We're talking about
No, we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to worry about Black Rain. Came out May 22nd, 2007, which, if you're doing your math, not October. Yeah. Ozzy tends to be an October man, but not this time. Producer is Ozzy himself and Kevin Churko. Guitar and keyboard this time around, Zakk Wylde. The debut of Blasko on bass. Mm-hmm. And Mike Borden on drums.
This is the final album of Zakk Wylde and Mike Borden.
That's right.
It's their final albums, and wow, this is if I had to rank the second worst, it's Black Rain.
Yeah, I'm not too high on this record.
It's better than Odyssey. It's miles better than Osmosis.
Yeah, but that's not saying much. Yeah. That's like saying getting stabbed is better than getting shot.
Like, this album, this is the reason why Zakk Wylde is not on the line. He's back now. He's going to do the tour, but that's fine. But with new material, he was, Zakk Wylde just released, I feel like, Shot to Hell came out in 2005, so Shot to Hell came out. So yeah. Black Label's side is really hitting the stride. Yes. Mafia, Shot to Hell, or of course you had Blessed Hell right before that.
Yeah, Zack's basically in Black Label Society mode.
He's at Drop D.
The Doom Crew Doom is just chugging along, and I think
it's very sludgy, and this album is very sludgy.
Yeah, listening to it, like you can definitely tell that Zack's really into what he's doing with Black Label.
Also, it's not a good album cover either.
I disagree. I like it. I like the whole, like, apocalyptic setting, and Ozzy's there in the Black Rain. Like, I think whoever did the artwork did a really good job.
So favorite song for me, I Don't Want to Stop, man.
Yeah, I Don't Want to Stop is my favorite song. It's the one song on there. It's the most Ozzy sounding song on there.
Yeah.
I also
got a cool, like, guitar. It's the one time the guitar feels like it's like old school Ozzy.
Yeah, and I also like the video. Like, I don't know if they meant for it to feel like the Paranoid video, but it feels like the Paranoid video. Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they do a thing where it's like they shot it with the green screen and they basically put out the green screen version and, like, told people to, like, make the green screen whatever they wanted? I thought that was a really I remember that. That was a really interesting thing. That's one of those things where if I knew that, if I was good with, like, computers or anything back then, I would have participated in that too. I would just put a bunch of dicks right in the back. And Ozzy would have used it too.
Yeah.
Because he'd probably be like, oh, what's that? Is that a bunch of pink candles? Is that a bunch of pink candles I forgot to light them? Oh, what's that at the bottom? Is that the candle holder? What is it? Are they lighting? Is that fucking candelabra? That's how Ozzy would respond to a bunch of dicks in the background. But no, like you said, it's a lot of fun. The guitar is really badass. It feels like an Ozzy song. It's got
it's got a good hook to it.
Yeah, it's got the typical, Ozzy kind of like tone and message and feeling.
Rebellion, yeah.
And it's a really good song on its own. If that was only released as a single, it would have been perfect.
Yeah. Least favorite song, I'm gonna say it. The Almighty Dollar is awful.
It's not very good, but it's not as bad as my least favorite.
What is it?
My least favorite is Not Going Away.
Yeah.
We start out, right? You could have started out on I Don't Want to Stop, and it would have been great. But we started out on Not Going Away, which kind of like the same problem I had with Thunder Underground.
It shows Ozzy's range has gone really low. I'm not going away. When he says not, I'm just...
But see, the thing is...
cringy to me.
But see, the thing is, I think the reason Ozzy sounds the way he does is more like... I feel like they had to use effects to to like blend with the doomy kind of sludginess that was going on. Like it wasn't so much. I don't think Ozzy could do it. I think it was more like it's not very good.
Are we really going to debate that Not Going Away is worse than the Almighty Dollar?
Because like I said, like Thunder Underground and Osmosis, it's a song where like the riff and the chorus and everything, it just drags. It's a dragging song. It's a song that could have been. It's a song that if it was faster, like I said about Thunder Underground, if it was faster, it would have been fine. But the fact that you're playing this thing like hella slow and dragging it out, it's just... I'll take a bad song that's appropriately timed and appropriately paced over a one that just drags. And the funny thing is this song is shorter than the Almighty Dollar. So that just shows... I'm
just gonna say,
my patience.
The Almighty Dollar took me 3 sittings to listen to. It was so bad. I'm just like, why did you write this song? So underrated hidden gem song for me on this album is 11 Silver.
11 Silver was close.
That is a badass song. Got a great chorus. Got a great guitar solo. God, the guitar riff is so good in this song.
My pick is going to be Trapdoor. I thought Trapdoor was a really great way to end the record.
And then How It Begun.
Yes.
Also, Countdown's Begun's pretty decent.
Yeah, probably should have started with that one too.
Yeah.
Pretty much, not only should you have not started with Not Going Away, probably should have just not even added it.
Or start with I Don't Want to Stop. Boom.
Well, that's what I said. I said at the beginning, like, I Don't Want to Stop would be a great way to, like, really get you in the mood. But then when you hear the rest of it, you're like, okay, no, I Don't Want to Stop is, like, the one song that sounds nothing like everything else. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this record. Especially coming off fucking Down to Earth. Down to Earth was so good, especially where we came from with Osmosis. It was like it's like he has bad album and good album, bad album and then good album with the next album.
Well,
it
all comes from that. This was 6 years later after Down to Earth. 6 years, Ozzy gets older. Zakk Wylde,
he basically is like, Zakk, I love you, but you clearly want to do Black Label. You go do Black Label. I'll get someone to be Ozzy.
Zakk's style changed.
And Zack's like, sure thing, boss. Like that's the one thing I've always respected about Zakk Wylde. I know deep down he always wants to play with Ozzy, but he respects Ozzy enough to know, like, hey, the boss says, like, I it's not working. It's not working. I'll respect it. If he ever wants me to come back, I'll come back. And he did. And I'm glad for that. But I'm just saying, like, I love the bond and respect that Ozzy and Zakk have for one another. And the fact that this album even exists without any, like, shit talking about Zakk or Ozzy from the other, speaks volumes about their relationship. That being said, so this album was released...
Scream
was released on... June 22nd, 2010, produced once again by Ozzy and Kevin Churko. I'm noticing a trend here.
Guitars are Gus G.
Yes,
the only Gus G album.
Yes, the debut of Gus G. Blasco returns for bass, and Adam Wakeman
is for keyboards.
On keyboards.
I gotta look that up. Because there's no way, unless the drummer? Or did I just not type that? That might be on my air. Let me just double check. Oh, Kevin Churko was drums.
Okay.
They put him on additional personnel. He's not even in the musicians category, apparently.
There you go. And that explains the drums, because that's one thing that I will say about the drums.
This album felt very like... I felt like Ozzy had to do an album. He said, I'm going to do one in 2010. He signed a contract, and they realized, we should put a band together.
Yeah. However, and this has nothing to do with...
I say a Bob Rock issue.
Although this song is an honorable mention of mine. It's not my favorite. But the song Life Won't Wait, I watched an interview with Ozzy recently, and he was so excited about this song. I guess it was the first song that they finished, and he was so excited. He played it for this woman who was about to interview him. And that's, I will say, I know there's songs on here that he was proud of, and I know Life Won't Wait was one of them. So that's why it's one of my honorable mentions.
All right, so favorite track of Scream, you go first.
My favorite track is Digging Me Down.
That's mine.
I thought Digging Me Down is the best song on this album.
Great intro.
The
guitar that reminds you of Diary of a Madman.
Yeah.
And then it gets a heavy... And then that guitar...
Yeah!
just then it goes fast, and you're like, what am I getting into?
Yeah, it's a roller coaster ride. Like it's a lot. It's it's a good song. It's a more unique for Ozzy song.
I'll say this.
But I enjoyed it.
An honorable mentions, Let Me Hear You Scream.
Oh yeah, the title track was really good. And as I mentioned, Life Won't Wait is another really good song. I thought it was a great song. Life Won't Wait.
Yeah.
My least favorite song is Let It Die. Once again, I think it's the Churko effect for me. It's like this is the second album in a row with a really just to me a bad opener.
I like the best song of Let It Die is the bridge where the guitar and the instruments doing their thing.
Yeah,
that's the best part of this whole album is of that song. Not the album. That song is the instruments just do this break thing. It's great.
I don't. I'm not a big fan of it of the song. I just felt like it felt too robotic. It felt way overproduced compared to the other songs. Like I know they use effects for Ozzy's voice to like blend with the music, and also because of his age and things like that. I get it. I'm willing to let that slide.
I'll tell you.
But when you make it's kind of like back when Danzig started doing the industrial stuff and they put effects on his vocals. It's like. Use it sparingly. Like, if you want to use it enough to make Ozzy sound like Ozzy, that's fine. But when you're making Ozzy sound like a robot, that's where I have a problem. And this was the song. I hate it. There were, and you know what? Some people were even saying that parts of 13, the last Black Sabbath album, felt that way. I didn't think that it was anywhere near as bad as Let It Die. I mean, don't get me wrong, you could hear it, but, is what it is.
Obvious.
But Let It Die was just too obvious.
Mine is not Let It Die.
Good.
Mine is Soul Sucker.
I thought Soul Sucker was okay, but
it's not good.
It's a weaker song.
It's also awful name. The intro's awful. It's not great. I mean, after I don't hate Let It Die like you do, but after Let It Die, Let Me Hear You Scream. And then you put Soul Sucker, and then after that, it's Life Won't Wait. Soul Sucker is the bad meat of the sandwich.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say maybe its placement isn't perfect.
Also, an honorable mention of like my least favorite. I'm not saying it's awful or anything like that, but Vladimir's Mercy.
Yeah, Vladimir's Mercy could have taken or left. Underrated song. I think the most underrated song on this album.
I'll have a different one because this is a great song.
All right, I think my pick is Fearless. I think Fearless was a good song. I thought it was again like it didn't sound robotic. It didn't sound overproduced. Like it sounded more natural.
That riff is
one of the more natural things. The riff really good.
So good.
I think, like I said, Fearless is really good. I was gonna say Fearless, Digging Me Down, Scream, and Life Won't Wait are like the 4 songs that I feel like you really should listen to.
Yeah, and my my hidden gem would be yours. Mine was Fearless, but since you got that one, I'm gonna say Time.
Time was pretty good too.
Like it's a time bomb, and you're like, I like this song a lot. It's got a good kind of like it's a ballad, but it's a little heavy, and it's got great things.
A power ballad, if you will.
I'll also say an honorable mention for hidden gem. It's not really a song, but I gotta say it. I Love You All.
Yeah,
if you think this is his final album, and this is the song that you end it with, the last song on Ozzy's discography, if you don't count the bonus tracks, is "I Love You All," which is only a minute long. It's gotta have an Ozzy. It's kind of like he loves the Beatles. It kind of has like a Beatles kind of feel to it. It's great. I like it.
It's kind of like his farewell there. Like,
I love you all. Thank you. So so that's Scream. It's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. I'm not gonna hate it too much.
Yeah. Now here's the $64,000 question, sir.
The final ranking.
The final ranking of all 10 Ozzy Osbourne solo records. For me, it goes in order from best to worst. No More Tears, Diary of a Madman, Blizzard of Oz, No Rest for the Wicked, Ultimate Sin, Down to Earth, Bark at the Moon, Scream, Black Rain, and Osmosis.
Okay.
In that order.
Okay, here's mine. Wade's final list. This is, usually my lists they differ a lot. They change every day, but this one I'm pretty solid on. Number 1 is Blizzard of Oz.
All right.
Number 2, No More Tears. Number 3, Diary of a Madman. Number 4, No Rest for the Wicked. Number 5, Down to Earth. Number 6.
Really?
Number 6, Scream.
Really?
Number 7. I'll explain. Ultimate Sin is not a good Ozzy album. It's a good Jake Lee album.
Damn.
It's that album's a little bit of a mess, but I like it. I like Ultimate Sin. It's a little bit of a mess. If I had changed between a day, Scream and Ultimate Sin might change, flip flop. But for right today, on March 18th, this is my list: Scream and then Ultimate Sin, then Bark at the Moon,
All right.
and then Black Rain, and then shocker, Osmosis.
So yeah, so the very least, the one thing we could 100% agree on is that Osmosis is the worst.
Well,
Ozzy
if I had to put between Black Rain and Osmosis, if we were counting it undercover.
Yeah, like I said,
we're counting it, but we're not.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's our full discography of all the Ozzy Osbourne solo records. Let us know your order, how you would rank them. Tell us what you think about our rankings. Tell us how stupid we are. Tell them we're the dumbest people to ever talk about music ever. We
Tell
don't
them
know what we're
Almighty
talking
Dollar
about.
is worse. It's worse than what was it?
Tell me that Osmosis is the greatest album you've ever heard.
Please.
You got your first erection from it. You had sex for the first time with it. Tell us all about it.
You had sex with Thunder Underground.
That's right. Let us know in the comments section below. Please comment. Please give a shit. I welcome it. I encourage it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, so you can get notifications of every time a new episode comes up. So you go, ooh, time to school the weirdos about music. Ooh, and I know we said this was it for Ozzy, but we got one more Ozzy episode in us for the future. It's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a lot of searching, a lot of things, but. Wait, I realized that Ozzy has a lot of bonus tracks, more than one artist should.
We're gonna do.
And bonus tracks, extra tracks from like collections and what have you. So what I propose, and Wade has agreed to this, we are going to rank every single Ozzy Osbourne bonus track, extra track.
In top 10.
No, we're ranking them all, baby. We're doing them all. So basically, if it's a bonus track from a studio album, if it's an unreleased track from an EP, if it was added to like a best of collection, like the Prince of Darkness, I know that has a couple, or if it's from a soundtrack, it's gonna get reviewed. And I took the liberty. I'm going against the script here.
No,
I checked it out. There are 17 bonus Ozzy songs, and we're gonna rank them. So you don't want to miss it. We will let you know when that episode's looking to come around in the future.
But next month, I'm gonna be taking a break. Joe will be sitting in this seat with you. So the next discography we're gonna do for April.
What are we doing?
Guns N' Roses.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous on this one, but tune in April 12th is when the next episode of Sound Check with Guns N' Roses is going to be on. So there it is. I'm Swade Wade.
I'm Scott Savage, reminding you that rock and roll never forgets, and neither do we. Catch you later.